I am back in the Sierra De Organos National Park. Ridiculously beautiful. And the last time I was here, we did not finish our particular hike, the La Cueva del Torros, I believe it's called. And we got 10 feet from the top. There was a cliff, and I couldn't get lucky up the cliff. And so we're back to conquer that today. We're going up a different route. And I'll tell you, it's been raining all night. It's super early, super overcast this morning, kind of drizzly. And so hopefully the rocks will not be too wet. And I was really debating, should I take rain gear or not? And after much careful debate, I thought, you know what? I'm not going to take rain gear because I don't have any. So with that, let's hit the trail. I've taken a little break and kind of had a thought as I've been walking and climbing up this mountain. And I was thinking a little bit about how we fell a little bit short last time, and we're kind of back here to redeem ourselves this time around. But, we often think of obstacles along the path, obstacles in our journey, right? Our life's path as, something I've got to overcome, or I have to go around or go bust through, or, find a way to kind of deal with to kind of get back on my path. And I was thinking, what if the obstacle is not a separate entity at all that we have to somehow bust through? What if the obstacle is a part of the path? In other words, what if we embrace that obstacle as a learning opportunity, rather than saying, how do I conquer this obstacle, or how do I, jump over the fence or crawl under it or go around it, and like it's a separate entity that's blocking my way? What if the only way you get to your way, the only way you get to your destiny, if you will, is by really dealing and embracing that obstacle? And so I've kind of learned in life maybe to do a better job at embracing the difficulties and embracing the obstacles and seeing them as opportunities and growth, moments of growth, rather than something that I really have to overcome. I know that's a very slight difference. I know you could probably argue and debate, well, you're kind of saying the same thing there, and I'm not. And so kind of dwell on that. How do you really view the obstacles and challenges that come up in your life? Are they something I've got to overcome? Or are they something even that says I can't continue on? Or is it, this is just a part of the path. It's a part of my growth. It's a part of my development. And a few years from now, I'm looking back going, man, those things were instrumental in my life for me to get to where I am today. All right. I think I've caught my breath now. Let's get going. It amazes me how he always kind of finds the path up the best way. It's weird, instinctual that way, because there's not a whole lot of path. We've made it to the top. I still don't see a cave. I do see a lake over there. So let's do a little more exploring and see what we can find. There has to be the La Cueva del Torro. Wow, it's amazing up here. Whew. It's on the back side of the mountain now. Looking for the cave. Sometimes life is funny. Here is the big reveal. I hiked not only up the mountain, but halfway down the other side, and I found the cave. It is not much of a cave. I have no idea what's inside. Lucky, you go first. There's something in there, Lucky, you get it out. If I would have known, I should have brought a flashlight, headlight. So I left it back at the van. This is it. This is the whole whopping thing, guys. Yahoo! Listen, life is not always about the destination. It's about the journey. Okay, so we made it back down the mountain. I'll tell you, I was thinking, it was called Cueva del Torro. So that would be like the, this is not going to be the exact translation, but it'd be like, the cave of the bull, something to that effect. And I thought, well, where's the cave of the bull? It's the behind. And so that cave was a bull. And shit, that's what I thought of that. 2 times coming here to find that cave, and it was a little dinky hole in a rock. And so I say that very jokingly and laughingly, and I appreciate it so much because there's a powerful message, at least for me personally, in that. And that is really about enjoying the journey and not just the destination. And when I started, van life, quite some time ago, long before YouTube. And one of the reasons why I started doing it was because I wanted to learn to really enjoy the journey. I've lived most of my life, fairly successful in business and sales. You win this award and that award. You win Salesman of the Month or Salesman of the Year or Sales Manager of the Year or General Manager of this, or you turn, as VP of Sales, you turn a company around. Like there's all kinds of different accomplishments. And really looking back on all those times, it was like, I would work so very hard to accomplish something, and then it would be great. You stand up there, you win your award, they brag on you, you give a speech, and then a week later, like it's done. And I just gave up a year of my life for like a week of enjoyment and fulfillment. And so it's really about enjoying the everyday. And when I started van life, I just started driving. I was in Colima and I went through Michoacan, down the coast, all the way down to Zihuatanejo. And I had no timetable, no schedule, just enjoying every single moment, because I think that's really what life is about at the end of the day. Now, I tell you, I know there's a lot of business people, there's a lot of sales junkies that are friends of mine that will disagree with what I'm saying, but this whole, you set a goal and accomplish it this month, or set the goal for this year, and there's all kinds of things that corporations can do to push people to earn more money for themselves. And yet you're not really enjoying that process. Now, there's nothing wrong with setting goals. Don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with accomplishing those goals. There's nothing wrong with making money. Please don't misunderstand what I'm saying here. What I'm saying is whatever it is you're doing, you have to be enjoying the process. If you're loving closing that deal, then keep closing that deal. But if you're not, then find something that you are in love with. Because again, that's just not going to bring the fulfillment that you're looking for and that you're after. And so, when I really look at these 2 hikes I've done up to that cave, I've loved those hikes. This scenery here is absolutely amazing and beautiful. There's nothing more that I enjoy than being out in nature. I love spending time with my dog out hiking, because I know she's having a ball. She's chasing every lizard and weird, creepy crawly. And so I love watching her have so much fun. And so it was a great journey, even though the destination is not what I expected it to be. And that's just so consistent with life. I remember back in, maybe it was 2007, there were some mortgage goals I was trying to hit, and I did. And I remember driving back from that award ceremony. I was in my nice, brand new, shiny Corvette, top down, in my nicest suit, and thinking, man, I should be on top of this sense of emptiness I remember coming over me. And I was just thinking, man, I should be on top of the world right now, but it just wasn't bringing the level of fulfillment that I wanted to bring, that there was something internally missing inside of me that I had to fix and discover. And I'm grateful that I have. I'm grateful that I have. And I love now helping people discover that for themselves as well. And something, when I decided to start the YouTube, there's a part of me that said, man, I wish I would have done YouTube. I just thought of this a couple of days ago, matter of fact. I wish I would have done YouTube, a year ago, because, I've been to 30, 40, 50 beaches and all these beautiful places, and I've traveled to, wish would have made all these great videos. And I'll see people, making videos on the Baja, and I've traveled up and down the Baja so many times, and I think, man, I've been there, and I've been there, and I've been there, and the ego kind of goes, pops in a little bit, and some things like that. And but when I started the YouTube, I had one friend. I remember telling a friend of mine this. I said, my concern is I started this whole journey for my own self-discovery, my own self-awareness, to really learn to enjoy the process. And I don't want to start YouTube and then it become where I'm now looking for the right camera shot, rather than enjoying and being in this moment and really being empowered in this moment. And so creating maybe that balance a bit for me was very important. And so I think I've done overall pretty good in that. But this last trip, this trip I'm on right now, where I've been in, covered a lot of territory, 3 different states, etc. A lot more out in the mountains, so electricity's been an issue. Keeping a phone charged or a camera charged has been difficult. Things along that line. And at times I've noticed I've gotten so much more focused on I have to get to this next place so I can get a video out on time or that kind of a thing. And I've missed the journey a bit. And so this was a very good reminder I'm not trying to tell anyone else how to live their life. Please don't misunderstand me. But for me, this was a very good reminder to enjoy the journey. So I hope and trust that you are enjoying your journey, whether that's high-powered business. Again, nothing wrong with any of that. Please do not misunderstand me. But if you're not enjoying what you're doing, man, find what your passion, find what your love is, and pursue it with all your heart. Because at the end of the day, we're all going to get to our destiny. We all have a destiny we're getting to, so we might as well enjoy the journey. Don't spend 30 years like I did, chasing after something and all the success and all the money and all of this and all of that, to just be, to find emptiness in those things. And so again, nothing wrong with the accomplishments; those are great. But man, if you're not enjoying that process, it just doesn't matter. Don't sacrifice a year of your life for a night of glory. Like, it's just not worth it. Spend every day in happiness and bliss and joy and peace. And that's really my goal. And so with that, guys, love you. Peace out. Again, if I can ever be of service to you, please feel free to reach out to me. Of course, you can always send me an email. And so I really appreciate each and every one of you that support me, that support what I'm doing here. And it really does mean a lot. And with that, guys, God bless. Peace. Bye.